serious time.
Yeah, good luck with that. It's Easter. Are you doing anything?
Oh, no. Just, I haven't acquired very much candy.
Yeah, no. I'm trying to think of who has the best candy, Halloween or Easter.
Halloween, obviously.
I feel like Easter candy lasts longer.
Yeah, because you aren't as motivated to eat it because it sucks.
Yeah, that's gotta be it. That's it.
Having a nice, hollow chocolate bunny is fun, though.
Yeah, it's nice. I haven't had one in, a millennia. Oh, man, I miss Easter baskets. Oh, they were the best!
We did an escape room, my family and I. And they hid Easter eggs all around the place, so we got to collect an Easter basket, and I got candy off of it.
Recently?
Yeah, like yesterday.
Oh, that's great. Just celebrate it the day before Easter.
Yes.
So that everyone can do their own thing.
And in my case, it's recording scary stories in my basement. What are you getting up to this weekend?
Nothing. Everything I usually do, which is edit and sleep under my desk. You know the huge.
The grind.
The grind. So, I am being joined by Baron. Baron Landred, or do we do the...
I would prefer Baron Landred. Yes, that sounds nice.
I think so. Yeah, you seems like you're switching everything over to that.
It's just nice having a name, you know?
Mm.
And there's a bit of a pun in there.
Which I absolutely get.
So what I did was I literally found everything that's barren wasteland, barren cupboards, stuff like that.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
And then I narrowed it down. Okay, so what's something that I could turn into a name, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And then dread is scary, so it's good.
I like it. It seems like it can almost be a name. You know?
Yes, it's almost a name.
Mm-hmm. So, you've been doing this for a while.
Yes. 2 years. 2 long years.
Yes.
But I love it.
Yeah. Tell me about your journey. Why narrating?
Well, it all started when I thought I could do it better because I'm incredibly arrogant.
Uh-huh.
Well, no, you'd be listening to someone and you'd hear them miss a dramatic moment, or we'd get to the punchline or the climax and they just sort of fall flat. And you wish, well, I could do that. And to be fair, I have a sneaking suspicion that I've inspired a couple writers to become narrators because they feel that I screwed up so they could do better than me. Which is fair, because that's what narration is ultimately, is a pyramid scheme, that everyone eventually becomes a horror narrator at some point in their life.
Oh my God. Doesn't it seem like it? It seems a bit like a cult. It feels a little culty.
Oh, you have a passing interest in horror. Well, here's a microphone. Get on YouTube. Do you want to be part of the Pasta family, or...
The Crow family, or
the Crow family? Yes, there's plenty of Corvids.
The Demon family.
It'd be nice to have an Olympics.
Mm.
And representing the Corvids, we have As the Raven Dream.
Dude, I put my money on the demons.
The demons.
I guess it would depend on what they're doing, right? What are the trials in this Olympics?
Yeah, it can't be telling scary stories.
No.
It'd have to be video games, maybe.
It'd have to be something not horror.
Yes.
Related. That doesn't seem fair.
No one gets to use their skill sets.
Now build a bench.
I need neutral ground. Yes, carpentry.
Which is surprising how many narrators are actually really handy, but it's not that many.
And they're also really struggling. They cannot pick any of the tools up.
Dude, don't give me an electric bandsaw. Fingers will be lost.
Ooh.
Maybe even an ear, because I'm just that clumsy.
When you start recording, you do kind of have to start building things a little bit. It necessitates becoming a bit handy.
I think the hobbies that you have while you're narrating says a lot about a person, I think.
What do you mean while you're narrating? Like how when the heater turns on, I go play Pokemon until it turns off?
Well, no, like how they relax, how they get away from when they take a break, if they ever take a break from narrating what they do.
Do you have any examples? I can't imagine.
Well, Josie Kitty is very artsy. She writes really good poetry, and while she's not writing, or she's painting or drawing or doing arts and crafts stuff, and she's really good at that too. So I don't know. I'm not really sure where I'm going with that, but it's it's cool that you stay inside that same creative bubble if you are a creative person, but you just like doing something maybe with your hands more, with your the other part of your brain.
Yes, I don't have that thing in my brain where I get tired of a thing.
You don't?
No. I have all the same interests and friends as I've always had. Like we add new ones as time goes on, but I don't get tired. That's why I'm pretty good at data entry, as exciting as that is, because I just keep it's very satisfying putting all the things in the thing.
Yeah. You're all about those spreadsheets.
Oh, spreadsheets.
Your voice brightened up. That's great. I love passions like that. You're just your whole your whole face just lights up, and you can hear the happiness in your voice through microphone. That's great. Why spreadsheets? I'm going to be an accountant, but so I understand spreadsheets, but why spreadsheets?
It's just a good way of organizing your information. I haven't touched it in literally a year, but my backstory and everything, I had it all set up on a spreadsheet, figuring out where everyone was at different times, how many nails that would have come in on that boat on a daily basis. And it's just a good way to organize your creativity, I suppose.
Are you a control freak?
No. Nope. I think things can be imperfect quite easily for me, as they often are. Good enough is good enough.
There's a story behind what you just said.
What do you mean?
Things can fall apart easily for you.
Oh no, I don't know. You have grand aspirations when you read a story, you get permission for it, and you have all these ideas, and when you actually get there, what you're capable of doing isn't exactly what you wanted in the first place.
Yeah. Sometimes it's happy accidents, isn't it?
Yeah.
You weren't planning on showing up here, but how you ended up here is maybe even better than what you had planned.
That might be learned happiness, though, where you make the best of a situation one finds himself in. But either way, as long as you're happy doing what you're doing, does it really matter?
Does it? That is the question, isn't it?
Well, how long have we been talking? Like 10 minutes, and we already had to get into the philosophical. Well, what is happiness anyway?
Were you expecting that at the hour mark?
Perhaps.
Is this sooner
What
than you
does
were
it mean
expecting?
to do? But why would anyone do anything?
I'm drinking my tea with my pinky up.
Fancy.
Yes. We've worked a lot together.
Heck yeah. It's been funny how we just sort of go for something and, oh, you're in the room too now. You audition for things.
Yes, right? It's crazy. Like, I don't even know that I swear to God, I don't know that you're gonna be in all the places I end up. I have no idea, but you're always there, and it's a pleasant surprise, Baron.
Because I can't stand to see you succeed without me.
How does that keep happening? It's crazy.
Because we're working on the TJ stuff, we're working on the Neverglade stuff.
Direction stuff.
On direction stuff.
Yeah. You approached me first to work on your story on your channel. Was it Late Night Radio?
Was that the first time?
That is the very first time we've worked together, yes.
Oh, that's actually... It's either for subscribers or new listeners. It's one of the things where if people show up, that's what they get. Because it was a good story.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, wow, that's great. It was a good story. You did an amazing job.
Dr. Fraser Crane energy.
Yeah. Man, so why did you approach me? Because there's a huge risk in approaching someone you've never worked with to narrate a story to put on your channel. So I'm curious why you thought I would be the right person for that story.
Well, you have the painstaking screening process whenever you encounter another narrator, right?
I feel like I do, but it really is me checking their comments and checking at least the last 5 videos they've done.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Where you find someone and then you'd be a big old creep and you find out everything about them that you possibly can. Size them up as a person, figure out what their range is, and then go from there.
Yeah.
And with Dodge, she's so good. Your interverbals, because that's another thing. Is some might call it learning. I would prefer stealing. You steal little pieces from all the other narrators, and you incorporate this into your own style, like a jelly monster. Okay. Or Majin Buu, who is also a jelly monster.
I'm gonna try not to laugh so much.
But you do that, and from Dodge, your interverbals, like it's so obvious in retrospect, but when the character is crying but doesn't have dialogue, get some crying to run in the background while someone else is talking.
Yes. I love that shit.
It's so good, and it adds so much depth to the performance.
Yes. I love that you appreciate that because, other I've done it with other narrators when I've collabed on other people's channels, and they're just like, wait, did you add sound effects to it? Are you actually doing these things? Yes, I'm actually doing these things. Yes. Is that okay?
Superfluous noise.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. But some people cut it out.
I mean, to be fair, I have cut some of your stuff out.
You have to.
Oh, yes. There's just so much.
Yeah, there's too much. I might send too much. Because I can't decide. Usually, it's hard for me to edit myself. So I typically leave it to y'all.
But that's good. Giving people choice when they're putting it together. Need the option.
Have you done narrations with other YouTubers where you did it through voice chat and actually had the other person on the line with you, or did you do it live?
Oh, like, screw it, we'll do it live? No,
Yeah.
I'd be no, can't do that. Do you mean like record with another person?
Yes.
And then, okay, yes, because you and I have done that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my question was whether you've done it with anyone else.
Oh, shoot, I don't think so. You've always been in the room for that sort of thing. I don't think I've ever been in a serious enough production to warrant such a thing.
Oh, right. And the one with TJ, yeah. But that wasn't recorded.
Yeah, but that was for us to like practice and get into characters and whatnot.
Yeah.
I suppose, well, no, because in those instances, it's always been like the producer just saying, do this line, and then I read that line until they like it, sort of deal. But certainly never going live. Do you know how much time I got to throw into the abyss to make myself sound passable?
Nope.
And apparently I was distorted the entire time, and no one told me anyway.
No one would.
Friends tell friends when their audio is horrible, Dodge.
I did, Baron.
I won't listen to you.
See? So, back on the loop we go.
You gotta try harder. Anyway, it's your fault I sounded bad.
Probably.
But now I sound better, so that's good.
Growth. I've tried doing it with other narrators as well. And funny, we didn't realize what the story was going to be about. Like, we knew the title of it. And we were like, yeah, we'll just meet up and just go over the lines or whatever, you know? And then sex scene. We were like,
So just a blind read, go for it.
Yes. So
see, reading through the story at least once is, I think, a good idea. So that you know which notes to hit and when. And you know when things are going to come up.
Yeah. It was funny. It was. It wasn't uncomfortable. It was just. Well, no, it wasn't comfortable, but it was also funny, and so, lesson learned from that. Read the story.
But I avoid all that stuff anyway. You know how squeamish I am.
Bullshit. What? Your stories. Oh my god. The stories you choose. I literally think twice before clicking on them because I'm like, have I just eaten?
Oh, no, like, lots of people get impaled on stuff. Like, babies getting kicked down hills, what have you. Like, that's all fair game. But, when things, when people start kissing and stuff, it weirds me out, you know?
Like, kicking babies is okay.
Well, it's scary, isn't it? Babies are vulnerable, and then the thing kicked it down a hill. It's called horror. Look it up.
I can't, Baron. I can't Google search kicking babies down hills. I can't do that.
Oh, you can, but you're making a list.
Exactly. Why are you trying to ruin my credit score?
Your FBI agent's gonna be like, what the hell, Dodge?
Another one. It's for research, I swear.
And we all want our FBI agent to be proud of us, so.
Yeah, mine is gonna retire early. He's definitely getting that raise this year. It's been a crazy year. It's only freaking April.
Yeah. It's gone by incredibly fast, at least.
Insanely fast, yes. Yeah, I'm seeing people counting down the freaking Halloween. I'm like, dude, calm down.
One should always count down to Halloween.
Yeah, well, as a horror narrator, I'm guessing yes. And this is probably the time when I should start getting my my October collaboration done, but shoot, man.
Well, it's a terrible time of year for narrators.
Is it Easter?
Yeah. Oh no, Easter's fine.
Oh,
But
why?
Halloween, because all the normies do Halloween specials.
Oh,
And
yeah.
our sweet, sweet viewers get their attentions, their eyes are diverted. Temporarily, but nonetheless.
Yeah, competition's insane on Halloween. I didn't realize how serious it was until last year. Y'all are freaking hardcore, and I cannot keep up, and I will not try.
Oh yeah, and that's in addition to people putting on specials where they do a story like 31 Days of Halloween sort of thing.
I was just thinking that. Yes, it's not just Halloween, you guys. It's the whole month of Halloween.
As it should be. Halloween starts like September 15th.
To be fair. Yeah, it's mentally y'all are all Halloween all the time. 365. But it really kicks up a notch at like end of September. A few notches.
Well, that's a nice memory. Looking forward to that. Thanks for bringing that up, Dodge.
What?
Halloween on the horizon.
Oh, you're welcome. I gave you that for free. Wow. So your first narration was 2 years ago, and I can't help but notice the difference in how you sounded from your first narration to, your current one. And I've noticed that with new horror narrators that they have their reading voice. Like this is how I read. If I am reading to a class, like if I'm in a classroom and I'm reading to people, this is how I read. And then over time, you develop a narration voice that's maybe more bassier and maybe more dramatic, and it shifts from being that student in the classroom to being that person on a stage, or
Nice description, yeah.
Yeah, yay. I noticed that with you. It's really interesting to hear a narrator, especially one who's so close to reaching 1K.
1K?
1K, whoop whoop. Hearing how they progress throughout their time as a narrator. I love hearing it.
So for when I started, I'm just a dude with a mic reading a story.
Right.
But then it sort of evolved. Like there's 3 main voices that I go to. If I'm doing like a second person story, then I just use my Baron voice for the like the narrator bit.
Right.
But generally, like I just try and be me, but maybe just I don't know. How would one describe it? You just sort of, you have that little bit at the end. Like you hold the last sound a little bit when you're narrating. But the Baron one, So I grew up listening to old radio shows a lot. And I got a big inspiration from the Lipton tea guy in the creaking door. That won't mean anything.
No.
But he's this creepy mincing guy, and his wife is always trying to sell you Lipton tea. But it's like a commercial built into the show that's between stories. And that's how I kind of like to picture the Baron voice these days, is that guy. And where he always has a pun.
Yeah. It's really, really cool. I really like your narration voice. It's suiting for the genre.
Really what one has to develop is someone who sounds good scared.
Oh, shoot. That's hard.
Because invariably, your protagonist is going to be frightened.
Yeah. Sad. Is acting sad? Is that a challenge for you as well?
Oh no, I can do sad pretty good.
You have to be in the right mind frame sometimes.
Yeah, sometime. I got the Farewell, Love, and Horror is maybe the saddest story I've ever done. And that one is just very somber.
I'm getting flashbacks of your ASMR contribution. and you're the only person who narrated it. So I'm like, okay, well, this person that is screaming and pleading for mercy in the background is Baron, and I was not. That's convincing.
Your first day at work on the 6th level of hell.
Mm-hmm. Your first ASMR project.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was. It was really interesting to listen to. I really liked it. You shocked me.
Turns out I was trying to do ASMR with distorted audio, though.
It still sounded good, though.
It's fine. It's fine.
Kick yourself later.
See, I could do sadness. I just remember the betrayal. It's an emotional anchor for me.
Oh, man. Do you put people in your real life into the characters in your stories in order to have more believable narrations?
No.
No, you don't have to do that.
Oh, like for writing them or telling them?
Telling them.
Oh. No, it's all made up. You got a perspective take, because usually you're getting someone else's person, so you have to figure out who they are and then go from there. And at the end of the day, I have like 6 viable different voices I can go to.
I didn't realize what your range was until at the end of the Devaney Trail when we did that one. And I was just like, dude, you can do that?
I never get a chance to do that raspy guy.
Oh, I loved it. It was so good.
But yeah, that raspy guy's cool. I just told a whole story in the prospector voice like 5 minutes ago. If you don't want to listen to an hour-long story, me talking like this, well, what are we even doing here?
6. Only 6?
6 what?
Only 6 voices. Only 6 go-tos.
Well, like ones that, like if you actually had to tell an entire story in the voice.
Oh, yeah, see. That's, yeah. I don't have, I feel like I don't have that much range, but that's just because I haven't pushed myself enough. It's usually the standard chick.
Yeah. But you have really good emotional range with that standard chick.
I try. Depends on the story.
And that's a problem. Like, I don't think I can make my detective voice guy sob.
Ooh.
Stuff like that. I don't think I can make the army guy sound really loud. Or him sound particularly scared.
Interesting.
So that sort of thing. So just because and especially when you're auditioning for a role, there's only so much that they can like have you audition for.
Right.
To get your range. You could totally slip into things and then they're okay, now yell, and you just can't do it, which is a thing I'm currently struggling with.
Is that the only thing you're struggling with as a narrator?
Like yelling, like maintaining a voice, but also yelling.
For me, yelling is tough for me because I'm very self-conscious about peaking and about neighbors and about the people in the house who might think I'm being murdered. And so I have to go around and just be like, I'm recording. If I'm banging on a door or I'm yelling or crying or saying, please don't, it's not you. I'm not in danger. Everything is fine.
There's been too many wellness checks in my place.
I bet. Your stories are insane. How do you choose them?
Oh, well, I basically sit in no sleep fresh, refreshing the page. Or new rather.
Yeah, new, yes.
Yeah. And and reading them all and imagining being someone listening to this story. And if I make it to the end and without anything something that makes me uncomfortable happening, then we're all good.
Yeah.
And as long as there's not too many goals. I don't know if you know this, but like 50% of all people are women. And like they're in stories.
Are you sure about that?
They are. They show up all the time. And like I can get away with like 1 or 2 lines, but if there's a whole bunch of them, then I gotta talk to like Dodge or something.
Oh, shoot. Damn it.
But I am working on my girl voice because you don't have that excuse if you're doing an audiobook or something.
Right. Wow, dude. Could you imagine being casted for a chick? That'd be insane.
Well, not casted for one, but if you go in to like do an audiobook and it's 8 hours long and there's 20 characters and 4 of them are girls, well, now you got to do 4. And you don't have to sound exactly like a girl, but you got to be able to differentiate enough that it's not going to be jarring for the listener.
Yeah. I've heard narrations where they, the dude plays a female part. And it's not, I mean, I guess I'm okay with the dude doing lines for a female, just in their normal voice without any pitch changes. But then my brain has to adjust to, to the story. Like, oh, okay, you're not a dude. You're a 18-year-old girl. Okay, great. Just give me a second. Got it.
But I would say that guy doesn't have to sound like an 18-year-old girl. But if you put just a little inflection change on, then it's nice and smooth for us listening to the story.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like...
It doesn't have to be crazy. Just a little lit. You don't have to sound like, oh, like my 5th comment ever. Oh, yes, don't... Why would they be listening to this and still know? But take some satisfaction that if you ever say anything mean to me, I never forget. And I think about it every day, forever. But like the 5th comment I ever got was mean about me trying to do a mom voice. And it just sounded like Elmo. And it was bad.
Sound like what?
I sounded like Elmo. And they were right. I did sound like Elmo. It was cringe. Everyone hated it. I don't like it. I don't like to think about it. But that did like... no female characters in any of the stories for like months and months.
Yes. Yeah. It's a crotch kick for sure.
It was mean, but constructive.
Yeah, right. Was it constructive or was it just like...
I mean, it was. I mean, we got through it eventually. Better than going through life not knowing your audio is distorted and no one telling you.
Oh, sweetheart.
Or sorry, that your mom voice is not good.
Right. We've moved on.
We've totally moved on.
I also remember a comment on one of your videos that's 2 years old that said that it's going to be a long journey, but keep at it.
Oh.
The talent is there. You'll make it up with the best creepypasta narrators. I remember that
And
one.
those comments are the best.
Mm-hmm.
Love those ones.
Right?
Yeah. But those ones I think about too. Those ones are perhaps even more problematic.
Yeah. because then you're like,
oh, I can do it.
Yeah.
I'm almost there.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's been 2 years. But I'm still having so much fun. I'm having fun today doing stories.
That's so important.
And meet so many interesting people.
Right? Dude, I didn't expect to meet so many amazing people. I didn't. No.
Like the writers and the narrators.
Of course. Of course the writers too. Oh my God. The connections. The connections we make.
I like that they think that what we do has value. Like they're like, wow, that was like really good. Like you brought the story to life. And I was like, Yeah, it's like your story, eh? Like I need you to
Right.
exist.
Yes.
You're the amazing one here. I just said the words.
Right. But then they're just like, no, no, no. But I wrote them and you heard it. You said it the way I heard it in my head. And that is the hugest compliment. I freaking love that. When they're like, no, that's how I heard it in my head when I was writing it. And you delivered that.
Speaking of Rotom, I caught a shiny one, just so you know.
What do you mean?
Rotom, he's a Pokemon. You said Rotom. I caught a shiny one.
Oh.
It was topical and on point.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyway, back to horror things.
Still can't believe you play Pokemon.
Why not?
Still, because you're so... I can't describe it. You seem...
Just because I'm a grown-ass man doesn't mean I don't like hopping on my braviary and catching me up some mons.
I imagine you playing like Total War or like...
Total War's okay. I haven't played it in a long time.
Or more, yeah, like games like that are cerebral. Baron, please Pokemon. It's breaking my head, bro. So you write. You're also a writer. You keep telling me this. I've never seen anything.
And that's true. I keep telling myself, and I never see it either. It's been so long. Lady and I just wrote a story together.
I saw. Yes.
That took 4 months.
Whoa.
It's long.
Holy cow.
Because we're both slackers.
No, well, y'all are also very busy still.
She seems busy, yes.
Yeah, I mean, either way. Someone is really busy. Hard to nail someone down. Literally, I think.
Poor choice. Easter weekend, Dodge.
Oh, yes. I'm giving myself a high five for that one. Good job, Dodge. Psh.
So tasteless.
Yeah. Jesus, forgive me. He'll forgive me. I hear he's very forgiving.
Not till tomorrow. Anyway, yes, writing.
Yes,
it's a thing that I used to do.
Yes.
It's just a time thing.
If you had more time, would you still write as much as you do now and do less narrating, or?
I think it would have to be a choice, yeah. Like, it would have to take away from narrating time.
Of course, because what else are you doing?
Pokemon.
No, that takes up this much time.
Yeah, nothing. Just going to work and sleeping.
Where did this come from? Where did your character come from?
I'm the despot of a pocket dimension in what used to be Scotland. Now we don't know where we are. So that's what I primarily do, is oversee the statecraft of my small little island. That's always a weird thing, like switching between me and like pretending to be the Baron and stuff. But just have an idea for like a big giant backstory for my narrator. So been working through that. But again, that would involve writing, and that would involve doing it.
Do you feel like you are a different narrator because you write? A better narrator, even?
I think so. I think they help each other, actually. Well, if you're a writer who's writing stories to be told, then, like, verbally, that helps having the insight.
Yeah.
Gotta have that tasty hook right at the start, something mysterious.
I feel like writers have more of the mental dialogue in their head than some narrators do. Like some can actually, can play it out in their head and hear how the person is saying whatever they're saying in the story. Whereas narrators have to sort of find it.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. In my opinion. Has there been a story that stayed with you?
Oh, so many. The Preacher House is fantastic. It's the biggest collab that I've done. And such a good story. Holy smokes.
Why?
It was very sad. And that's a mean thing that I do to people, is I bust out the old field pastas every now and again. But it was very profound, Preacher House. And it was nice having all the friends along to put it together.
See.
Of course, Rules of the Road. Actually, the Rules of the Road series, the writer did an AMA. CB Jones didn't ask me anything for the antagonist that I play, Buck Hensley.
Uh-huh.
That's I'm Buck Hensley.
Okay.
That guy.
Yeah.
And it was just like a bunch of people on Reddit would ask that character questions, and then he wrote responses that Buck would say, and then I told them on YouTube the answers.
Oh, that's awesome.
But one of them, because Buck, he tends to ramble sometimes, and one of the answers turned into like this huge diatribe story, and it's to this day one of the most beautiful pieces that's ever been on the channel, and it's in the middle of this AMA. But then he turned it and he extrapolated it, or he put part of it into the book that he wrote of Rules of the Road.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was very cool.
Wow. And I know that just from talking to you that the PI voice is your favorite voice to do.
The Killian voice.
Yes. I might have more work for you, because there's this Garnet and Opal wrote a series of stories where you play a PI who's also a cat. And they do a lot of puns. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I was like, who should I choose?
Is the PI cat the protagonist, or like a...
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it like a second person narrator? Like, it's like you could narrate it and then I could play the cat?
I think you are the main character. I think it's a first person type deal.
Oh. Perfect.
Yeah. I'll send it over to you if you're interested.
Well, sometimes people gotta get used to that. If you want to listen to me talk like this for an hour about a gay necromancer, then what the hell are you doing here?
What?
Nah, he's a delightful necromancer, and it is nice when you encounter a story and you pick someone just because you want to try and do that type of voice.
Yes. That's my motivation, maybe 90% of the time.
Because that's good. It pushes you out your comfort zone. You got to learn new things.
There was one that I did that pushed me out of my comfort zone, and I'm still debating whether I like it. It's What Did I See? And that one was just posted on OD, on Odd Directions. My struggle as a narrator is mountainous. It is unboundful. I constantly fight with myself on whether I should really commit to this character, or if I should tone it down, because I feel like people are just like, whoa, calm the freak down. Like, this is uncomfortable.
I think I'd rather overact and be cringe than be boring.
Not that it's boring, it's just not there.
Well, if you sound like a dude reading a script, that's not ideal, man.
No, it's not. No. I respect ASMR artists who read who narrate scary stories. That's like a whole nother field. Because they can do so much with their voice without going to that point, without going over the top, or without really, throwing it all balls to the wall.
Like ASMR that's horror stories?
Yeah, so they read horror stories, but they speak in a very soothing type voice. And the cat went to the store and everything was expired. I don't you know what I mean?
And the pigeon was covered in mayonnaise, yes.
And the pigeon? And the pigeon was covered in mayonnaise. And I should probably be speaking closer to the mic. Oh my god, my throat. We went to the store and I can't do this. I can't do this in a straight face. There was I can't do it.
Well, I can't say I've ever heard of it, but I'm glad people are having fun.
Yeah, it's a thing. It is a whole thing. You have those narrators who narrate with the whole thunderstorm effect. Or you have the ones who actually really speak softly and, do all that. And I appreciate ones who can speak softly, but still have emotion come through their voice without having to go above and beyond. I love that.
Because it's like a knife fight in a phone booth. There's so little room to work with.
Yes.
That would be a challenge. Well, I like being away from the mic and bombastic, and I can yell and scream and clip the mic.
Are you very animated when you narrate?
I try not to be, because you pick up the movements.
Yes.
Like my face is animated sometimes.
Sometimes.
Well, it depends on the thing.
Right, of course. When you narrate, you're very in it. I feel like you really commit to these characters, and it's very believable. So I'm wondering how you're able to get to that point if you're not associating it or them to anything that you've experienced.
Well, what do you mean I suppose we have to go back to the philosophical discussions of what is real. Why isn't Killian Barge real? That's Rudius's detective guy. So, like, do you ever use anchors?
No, but I know what you mean.
Like I literally have to say their names to get in their voices sometimes.
Yeah. No, I've never done that.
Killian, after all of these stories, I feel like I know a fair bit about him. I know how he'd react to various situations.
I think that's why I've not done a series. I've not done a long series like that where I needed to commit that much to a character that I needed to have an anchor.
Yeah. Killian has all the detective stories. My Baron voice, I do that world building myself. Andrew McCrae, he's got a bunch of How to Survive Anything. Buck Angley, yeah, they all have stuff going on. Except for that raspy guy. He doesn't have any backstory. And I hate that. I wish he did.
Oh, man. That would be such a freaking cool story. I haven't heard back from the author yet.
What do you mean?
I don't think I haven't heard any feedback from them yet about the narration.
About how it went?
Yeah.
Oh, I think they gave me feedback.
What? Excuse me.
They
What?
said it went well.
What?
Let me look that up.
Don't mess with me for real.
I'm pretty sure I had a nice bow on that. And I love it when there's a nice bow on it. They tell you did good.
I'm going to kick you right in the shin, lovingly, and in the nicest way possible, with hate.
I'll put a pin in that so I'm not clicking and being annoying, but I'm pretty darn sure.
too. Like, now I have to check to see if there's a note in the video, because I don't remember. I don't remember seeing it.
What if you never followed up with them?
Exactly. That would, see, that'd be the crotch punch that I don't need today.
But narrating is quite fun.
And you wanna take it on the road? You wanna do it legit? You wanna get paid for it?
Heck yeah! Wouldn't that be nice if that's all you could do?
Oh my god, I don't know. I think I would really freaking love it if I didn't have to edit. I would love that, because the editing is what just throws the... It adds the stress.
I'm getting pretty quick at it now. Like, I think I can whip through it pretty quick.
Must be nice. Must be really nice, Baron.
Oh, must be nice.
Must be nice.
But again, it's repetitive and a little bit dull, and I can do that forever, so.
When you collab with another narrator, do you feel that your delivery of your material changes depends on who you collab with?
I think it gets better over time. Like, when I kind of regret, because you're always constantly working on stuff and trying to improve the audio and not be so distorted.
Right.
But the previous things you've already done will always be that way.
Yes.
So some things that I've done in the past with people, I wish I knew then. All I know now. And now we're not monetized because that perfect rendition of the song.
Darn you, Baron. Darn you to heck.
But no, I always give it 100 every time.
It's always the same, no matter who you work with.
Yeah? Is it different when you work with people?
I feel yes. I think yes.
You've been holding back on me.
Oh, shut up. You're the one who's freaking getting the most out of me, so shut your yap.
I shall not close my yap.
Or shut it. So when I work with you, God, it's gonna sound fucking weird.
Sounded weird already.
What? Why?
Oh no, go on. This is great.
No, I don't want to anymore.
When you work with me.
No, I don't wanna. I'm in the corner of my closet.
It's an excellent place to record.
Yes. It's a lot of clothes, and it's getting warm in here.
It's good for the reverb.
Is it? Well, yeah, the clothes, not the warmth. Okay. All right. So when I work with you, I feel comfortable going crazy. Just not having to hold back, because I know that you also won't hold back. And the comfort in knowing how you're going to deliver the lines. Like, I can hear in my head how you would deliver the lines. I'm usually surprised because it's not always 100% what I'm thinking in my head.
So you're saying I'm predictable?
I knew you were going to say that.
Dang it. It's true. Well, I'm glad you feel that way, that you don't have to censor yourself or hold back.
Yeah. That's really important. And sometimes, I have my lines prepared already, and I don't know what yours sounds like yet, but I can get an idea of what it would be. And then when you turn in the lines, I'm just like, yes. Yeah, hearing it and thinking it are obviously two different things, and you always surprise me.
Huh.
Still, Baron, still you surprise me.
Even though I know all the moves you're going to make before you make them, Yugi boy.
Even though I know. When I recently narrated with Lucid Lupus.
Lucid Lupus.
He's effortless. Like he makes it seem easy.
Oh yes, there's this natural talent is insufferable. Have you heard him do Tiffany?
No.
You heard his Tiffany voice? Oh my fucking god.
What? No. He does a female voice.
Yes, effort perfectly. It's really
Shut
good.
up. Oh my god. Where can I find this?
It's really fun. I don't know if you put it in a story, but he'll just do it for fun. He'll just he'll just flaunt that.
He just does it. People have to train and do vocal warm-ups, and he just freaking slips into it.
We should do that. We should open up Twitter, and I'll go down the list, and I can tell you specifically how much I hate how good everyone is.
Oh, you're gonna get so many followers.
Oh, that guy's good. I hate him. That guy's voice is so lovely. Asshole.
Yeah, god damn it. I mean, gosh darn it.
Gosh darn it.
Flippin' frog suckles.
That sounded worse than gosh darn it.
Did it?
That sounded worse than god damn it.
What?
I don't want no frog suckles.
Oh, man. What was I gonna say? Oh, right. Okay, so then... Right, so what was your experience with narrating or collabing with Lucid?
With Lucid?
Yeah. I did the Roadkill story recently.
Yeah. Recently we just did the Roadkill. He helped me with... I was a phony paranormal investigator.
Mm-hmm.
He did one of the chapters, Rules of the Road. A big one. He had like a huge role.
Oh.
So yeah, we worked together a bunch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, didn't know that. And co-writing.
I don't think we've written anything together.
Well, I was going to finish that sentence. And co-writing with Lady Spookaria.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I don't think I've well, actually, yes, I have co-written with people, but no one has ever seen that. What was that like?
Co-writing? Oh, it's great. You have the document open. You make fun of each other a lot in brackets.
Yeah, that's my favorite part. Oh, I love it.
She wanted to jump into the paranormal activity right away, and I said, "You brute! What about the foreplay? You can't just come home from the hospital and there's a ghost standing there. It has to be subtle. There has to be curtains moving and bed sheets with holes poked out of them.
Oh no!
Stuff like that.
What kind of ghost was this?
That's how you do a ghost costume, Dodge.
Oh, okay.
What the hell were you thinking?
You know exactly what I was thinking.
Well, I'm afraid I'm too squeamish to know what you're thinking.
Sorry. It is Sunday, so I'll just rewind that part. No one will ever know.
Well, who knows when this will come out? So it's a completely different day.
I'll make sure I post it on a Sunday just to make it valid.
Also a Sunday. Did this deliberately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I am going to start posting my narrator interviews on Sundays. I think I'll do that. Do you think there's enough people interviewing narrators? Like, has that just been over-diluted?
Well, I don't think so. I haven't talked to anyone in forever.
Mm.
And if you're interviewing narrators, naturally you have to interview me.
Of course. Obviously.
So, therefore, there must not be many narrators being interviewed.
I feel like there's like 5 different channels.
Narrators, this is interesting to a very niche group of people.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're listening to this right now, you're weird and I love you.
Oh. Mwah. Thanks for listening.
But they're incredibly rare humans.
We're a different breed for sure.
But if you think about how many people, like if you drive down the road or something and you see like 1,000 people that you encounter, and then you think, okay, half of them are obviously horror narrators, of course. That's still a good chunk of people that aren't horror narrators and are listening to them.
Yeah.
There's just so many people.
Yeah. It's a lot of listeners. There's so many listen. And then I look at my subscriber count and I'm like, this number isn't going to get any higher. I've peaked here. This is as far as I go. This is it.
Well, serious question. Would it be so bad?
If I didn't move up at all.
Yeah, like if this was it. If like the things you've done, that's it.
Wait, okay. Say more things. So me not posting anymore, me not doing any.
Tomorrow, there's this unreasonable ghost that takes away all your recording equipment and says you may never do it again or you instantly die. Would you be satisfied with the body of work you've left behind?
Oh. Wow. Give me a minute to just process the fact that I would never be able to Wow, I'm actually like about to cry.
Oh, well, that's your answer.
Wow.
I didn't.
Me neither.
I'm glad that we got you to run away, but now I'm glad that we've made it to openly crying.
Me. I don't know how I feel about it. How would I feel about? No, I would not be happy at all. I'm just finally starting to get used to putting more audio effects into my narrations and getting comfortable with making it more like helping the listener to feel like they're actually there. I'm still working on that, and I feel like I have a lot of unfinished business with that. I would not be happy.
Well, there you go. I think I'd be all right.
You'd be fine with it.
I mean, it would suck. I'd be not happy about it, but you know what? It's pretty amazing that anyone listened to these stories in the first place. So I'm happy as a clam. But luckily, there isn't going to be any ghosts taking away our mics anytime soon, and we get to continue on into an exciting future.
Where do you see your channel? And I'll just say the next year, even though that's like right around the corner.
Statistically speaking, at 1,300 subscribers.
Right, it's on the spreadsheet.
It's on the spreadsheet.
Call back. Yeah, 1,300.
But the problem is, the last story is always really good, and the next story is going to be really good. But if you think back to 20 stories ago, you know you've made a heck of a lot of mistakes. And you know that anyone tuning in to listen, like if that's their first interaction with you, that's troublesome.
Yeah.
Because it's not as good as you are now.
Right.
So the longer that tail is, the harder it is. So momentum takes a while to get going.
Do you feel like you're still growing as a narrator? Because I feel like you're so freaking good. Do you feel like there's still more for you to improve on?
Oh, I'm always working on stuff. I learned more things from Lucid.
What did you learn? Learn, yes. What did
He told me about the voice meter potato.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's an intermediary between the interface and the computer. You can do some cool modulation stuff. But something that I always hated was like, you put my audio on like a not great speaker, because it sounds fine on my headphones, but if you put it on like when I listen to it on my cell phone or on a TV, it sounds really like a radio. So this thing, I can take some of the radio aspect out of it. Like, I'd rather it sound good on all speakers than fantastic on really fancy speakers.
Yes. Yeah. Understood.
So anyway, that's what happens every time I come in contact with someone. It's like, take.
Is it just audio?
But I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, just audio. Of course, nothing else. Everything's fine. Everyone's souls are 100% intact.
Okay. As far as you finding your voice while narrating, you've transitioned a lot from where you started to where you are now. What advice would you give to someone who is just starting out, who is maybe still trying to find their voice?
Find characters you love. And then they'll help you. When you find their voices, then you'll find yours.
Oh my God, Stolf.
That was pretty good. I should write it down. It's like
You should totally write that down. That was really good. Thank God I'm sitting. Oh my God. Yeah. So I work with a lot of new narrators who are still trying to find their voice. A few of them have less than 50 subscribers, of less than 100 subscribers. And I feel like there is a confidence that there's a confidence that you get from just narrating. Just do it. Shifting your mindset from the whole reading in classroom mentality to, one that people would really like to hear, narrating.
But I wonder if it is bias on our part.
What do you mean?
Text-to-speech channels exist.
Of course they do, and they have a lot of subscribers.
So obviously, humans must like just a robot monotone reading to a class to a certain extent.
You can't put all listeners in one basket, though. Easter.
You can with a sufficiently large blender. But
yeah, you can't say this is what all listeners want. That's impossible.
But if we look to appeal to the majority, it looks like most of them, because those text-to-speech channels take off like gangbusters. Like,
really?
I don't even know how.
Really?
It's like Miracle-Gro.
Shut up. What? I was not expecting that. So,
I don't know, maybe there's certainly some sort of sample bias here. Something's going on, some phenomenon. Because, and I can appreciate it, the first thing the Baroness does when she's listening to an audiobook is speed that thing up. So now we have someone who took a lot of time and energy to getting the voices just right and having inflections and stuff, and it's just being blasted through to get the information in your head, because at the end of the day, you're painting a mental picture with the words.
That's interesting. There's different types of listeners and readers. Is she someone who reads really fast when she reads a book?
Not, maybe. I don't know. I'd say moderately. Not terribly fast.
I feel like that's how people who speed read would listen to an audiobook. Yeah. I didn't know people did that. That's really cool. When I read slow AF. Like, I read the way I narrate.
And, like, appreciate every single thing.
I have to. When I try to speed read, I hate myself. I feel dirty. I feel like it was a waste of reading because I didn't get the full effect of all the information.
Because now we're doing something that's when you do a dramatic reading, you're creating like a radio drama. Now you're competing with like media. You're competing with TV, YouTube videos, all kinds of stuff. Whereas if you're a text to speech or like an audio book on 2x speed, now you're competing with reading.
Yes.
So maybe it's just different pools altogether.
There's definitely multiple pools. Many depths of pools. Different chlorinations.
I like telling radio dramas, so that's the pool I'm stuck in.
Yeah. I like that pool. It's warm.
It's a nice pool. It might be full of tar, but the tar is warm. Hot, sinking in the tar.
I'm liking your pool a lot less.
In the pool.
No.
We got floaties.
They don't help. Exactly. I'm like, what are they going to do for me? Nothing.
This is a rainbow donut unicorn floaty.
Oh. It would melt as soon as it hit the tar, though.
Well, it's not molten hot tar. I don't know how hot tar pits get. I'm just going based off that one episode of The Simpsons, let's be real.
How many seasons have you watched? Do you still watch The Simpsons?
No one still watches The Simpsons. They're on season 55, and both their viewers are thrilled.
It's just the people who made it who's watching it.
It's just like me and my YouTube videos. They like send it to their mom real quick. Hey, I made a thing.
Oh, God.
Hey, so that feels good. You're competing with a massively long-lived franchise.
I don't think my mom has heard any of my narrations.
Oh, yeah?
I don't think she has.
I feel weird about it because I say a lot of messed up stuff.
Yeah, you do. You really do.
like the wholesome ones I send her, but then I hear that she... maybe you shouldn't listen to the ritual sacrifice one.
My ASMR channel, my...
Oh, your ASMR channel.
I don't know. I don't know how to put this into words. Because it's ASMR. I'm not... Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts. I'm using a different voice there. I'll say that. I'm using a different voice on that channel. And I don't know how my family would feel hearing me sound that soothing.
Exceptionally soothing.
Right. So I can't explain to you what I'm feeling right now. Like unease and cringy, and I'm shaking a little bit, but I think it might be the caffeine kicking in.
I should have made like emotional bingo. We got fear, we got sadness, we have disgust.
Gagging, yeah, totally. I would have definitely put that on the bingo card. Made it a corner square. So for me, transitioning from, I mean, it's not even a transition because my feet are still in two different places. From horror narrations to doing ASMR content is strange on multiple levels. Because it's more personal, and sometimes I have to write what I'm narrating. And my voice is different there. It's different pacing, it's different, obviously, content. It's challenging. And you would definitely have to switch hats and be in a different mental state when you're doing ASMR content as opposed to doing horror content.
How are the stats looking? Is it picking up quicker?
The views are going up a little bit, but the subscribers, no. And I understand that, like, it has to be more consistent. So when I'm able to get these, when I'm able to get inspired to write something for the ASMR channel, then, that's when I put it out. I can't really force it. I could probably look for things that have been posted.
They have that?
Yeah, I'm surprised too. People, when I go to ASMR channels, roleplay channels, they're like, so I found this story here, or this person wrote this for me, or blah, blah, blah. So they don't have to do all the writing themselves. They just have to narrate it.
Do people write things in the hopes of hearing them?
Oh, hell yes. Oh, hell yes.
Oh.
Especially when it's like relationship role plays. They're like, can you do this?
That's a more of a vested interest in seeing your work be produced.
What do you mean?
Oh, like a horror writer doesn't doesn't write it wanting it to be narrated. Whereas in that situation, that's the 100% why they did it. So that's a very motivated individual to see it done.
Yes. Oh, yes. They are like they've had dreams about this scenario, and they wanna hear you say it. They want to hear it out of your mouth. I don't know how I feel. Honored? I feel honored. I haven't gotten anyone to give me an actual script. So.
Have you been asking around?
That's the thing. I haven't been asking around. Someone did ask for me to just talk.
Oh, yes. Well, that's a good sign.
You have a guided meditation video. That's awesome. I love that. But it's too short. I need you to talk more. Just talk for maybe 2 or 3 more hours. Is that cool? I don't care what you say. Just keep talking.
Well, gotta get with the phone book.
I've had someone tell me you could read from a phone book, and I would totally be down with it.
That's the height. That's the height of compliments.
Yes, isn't it?
We'll dream of getting the phone book comment.
You would get it. They just haven't typed it up for you yet. You'll get it, though.
Well, perhaps one day. That's very nice of you to say.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for me?
Oh, no. I already know everything.
Yeah, I think you do. I think so. I'm getting insanely hungry.
I'm getting hungry.
I think I just heard your stomach growl.
But I got nothing. I'll think of something.
Hunt. You're a baron.
Precisely. I'd get someone else to hunt for me.
Yes, duh. Did I even introduce you? Hi, I'm Dodge.
Oh, yeah, because we talked about my new name.
Yes, I didn't introduce myself, I think.
Oh, shoot.
Hi, I'm Dodge. I've been talking to Baron Landred for like the last hour and a half, almost 2 hours. Hi, thank you for listening. This has been an absolute blast. I keep forgetting to introduce myself. I hope you know who I am by now, especially an hour and 43 minutes in. Yeah. Awesome. Anything you want to plug, dear?
Oh, I just tell scary stories on YouTube. It's my favorite thing to do.
So good at it. I'm definitely looking forward to working with you more, especially on Careless Whiskers.
Hey. Oh, yeah. That is a binding agreement that I've fully accepted. It sounds so cool.
And I have like sorry, Mom. I have a crap ton of...
Oh, much better.
Yeah. of sci-fi stories that I need help narrating. So Never Sleep is definitely on. Have you worked with... He's freaking amazing to work with. I love that guy.
I have not worked with him.
You haven't? Yeah, he's great. If y'all have any other questions for the Baron, you can leave them in the comments, or you can head over to his channel.
It's just Baron Landred now. Just Baron Landred.
That's it. There'll be a link everywhere. There'll be an icon at the end of this video. There'll be links in the comments. Like, dude, no excuses. And if you do, go and subscribe. Tell him that Dodge sent you.
Tell me Dodge sent you. And I just want to be clear that I'm not as big of a jerk as the Baron is. He said all the mean stuff.
Right. I think that will hold up in court.
Oh, for sure. It wasn't me, the Baron did. It's already worked twice.
All right, you guys.
It was a pleasure talking with you.
Same here, Baron. Same here. Yeah, you have a great rest of your day. My stomach is probably picking up on the mic. Stop it. Stop it. I'll see y'all soon for another narrator interview. Bye, guys.